Welcome to Action Coaching. We're delighted that you joined us on tonight because God has an exciting coaching word for you. I want you to know that nobody makes it in life without a good coach. And God always sends somebody to help us reach a higher level in life. And that's why God have coaches or mentors or people that come along to encourage you to climb even higher. One of the reasons we bring you Action Coaching each and every week, we try to give you some tips so that you can further develop your God-given gift and go even higher and do even greater things. I thank God for all of the great coaching I had coming along and still getting coached. You don't never go to a place that you don't need coaching, because every level there's always somebody that's been there before you and they can just tell you the different things that exist on that level. So certainly we're excited about Action Coaching. Want to make sure that you share it with your friends and neighbors that may not get a chance to see Action Coaching or don't even know that Action Coaching is on the air. And I want you to tell them about Action Coaching so they can become a part of our Action Coaching family. Thank you so much for just getting the word out. On today, we're going to talk about the process of the grind. I'm going to say that again. The process of the grind. That's what we're going to talk about. And it's important that people begin to understand this particular process that goes along with grinding every single day. You often hear people say, well, what are you doing? I'm on my grind. I'm grinding it out. I'm doing it every single day. And so I want to talk about the process of the grind. Now, a lot of times people want to do great things, and we all have dreams and visions. But we got to understand that none of these things will come to pass unless we submit to the process of the grind. Think about it. Whatever you are in darkness, when nobody is seeing you or nobody know who you are, whatever you do during that time is ultimately going to show when you in the light. In other words, if people is evil when nobody is looking, when they come into the light, they're going to be that same evil person. Because a lot of times this great body of ours reflect what we've been doing in private, and it gives a public picture concerning who we are in private. See, a lot of people want to look good, and nothing wrong with looking good and having your body the way that you want to have it so that you can buy the clothes or have the look that you want. But you know, the amazing thing is, in order to have that, most of the process is done in private. Nobody sees you in private. And if you ain't working in private, you sure not gonna work in public. I get excited a lot of times. I know that there are various things in the world to help us maintain our weight or be physically fit, be more healthy, and all of these things. And certainly we thank God for all of these things. But you know what's the sad thing about it is that people usually don't want to use these things till they get all the way out of shape, and then they're looking for something quick to fix it. And that's why usually you get so tired. You might exercise 2 days and say, oh, I don't feel like getting up this morning because I'm just too tired. Because to maintain a great level in life, to maintain a great vision in life, is all about the process of the grind. Now, let's talk about the process of the grind. What does it exactly mean? Whatever you intend to do in life and be successful, it's going to take a whole lot of work and a whole lot of preparation. And usually the work and the preparation is going to take place when nobody is looking at you. I often think in life that probably we should spend more time on what was happening with people before they became successful rather than when they became successful. Because when you see somebody successful a lot of the times, you just think that they just snapped their finger, they woke up in the morning and they were successful. You don't even know the backstory or the stuff they had to go through and what they had to keep doing consistently every single day, because they was going through the process of the grind. Nothing wrong with wanting to be successful, but it's a bad thing when you didn't prepare to be successful. And a lot of times the hardships and the difficulties in life prepare you for the next level. Even when you read the Bible, even when we talk about Jesus had to go through 30 years before he manifested who he was to the world. 30 whole years. A lot of people didn't know who Jesus was, but he was here on this earth. But when his time came, he was prepared for it. That's a lot of the problem with a lot of people. They cannot handle that dog time, that lone time, when you got to work on your craft and there's nobody there cheering you on. There's nobody there giving you any motivational speech. There's nobody there when you didn't hardly have enough money to just pay for one meal a day, let alone eat 3 meals a day or whatever. They did not know when you had to sleep in a little bit of place this long before you got your mansions and everything. They didn't see you during those times. They didn't see the struggles that you had. They didn't see the afflictions that you had to overcome. They didn't see all of the time that, yes, in life, if you want to be somebody special, I'm here to tell you there is going to be great resistance. And the higher you want to go, the more you're going to have to grind. Now, how do we grind? How does this process begin? First thing everyone has to remember, if you are setting a goal, the amazing thing about goals and dreams and visions, when you see them, they are so exciting. Isn't it amazing when you see a vision or see a goal? I like to say it this way. When we were growing up, one of the main things we wanted to do was to go downtown on Saturdays and we would do window shopping. Now, I don't know if some of you know about window shopping. I mean, I know we live in another generation. Maybe you doing it on Amazon, or you Googling, or you looking at it on your computer. The same process exists that when you see it, you say, oh, I look nice in that dress. Or I want to have that coat. Or I like that car. I can see myself driving in that car. And you already done made up your mind what you're going to do when you get that car. I'm going to drive it here, I'm going to drive it there. And that's all exciting. But then when you go out on the car lot, or you go to the store, or we were doing at the window shopping, when you get past the window and get inside of that, and you see the price tag for the particular car or garment that you want, then you start saying, oh no, I'm not going to pay all that money for that. I don't think I want it that bad. That's the problem. What that statement says is you're saying to yourself, I'm really not ready to hit the grind to have what I want to have. I'm really not ready to put in that work when nobody is looking. Nobody is cheering you on. Nobody is thinking you're going to be anything special. Matter of fact, probably everybody around you telling you you ain't going to be much. That's just doing the grinding stage. See, success is made when nobody is looking. Because if people knew you were going to be successful or knew you were going to be you, they would probably try to do everything to stop you from being you. Matter of fact, they try to steal the stuff that's going to make you you and use it for themselves. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I am getting excited about talking about the process of the grind, and I'll be right back to talk to you. Welcome back. I'm still talking about the process of the grind. I left off talking about how that if people knew you were going to be you, they certainly would have tried to stop it before you became you. But a lot of successful people became successful when nobody was looking. Nobody knew who they were. Now the success just simply manifests who you are in private. Most of the time people try to protect who they are in private. But you know the amazing thing? This body, our mind, their challenges in life, when things come against you, they will show exactly who you are to the public that you wanted to hide being private. You can see people sometimes and say, why would they have all that money and do something stupid like that? Well, they didn't get stupid with all of the money. They've been stupid a long time. The money just helped manifest. The money just helped show who they really are. You consistently allow yourself through the process. There is no such thing as overnight successes. If there are overnight successes, then they probably just got today and being successful. When you look back on people's lives and see how long they have worked for their breakthrough, how many times they got up early in the morning and studied their craft, or even as an athlete, they were exercising diligently before they had all these fancy trainers and fancy food and all of that stuff. They had to do all of that in order to get to the fancy trainers and fancy food. The grind is all about understanding that if you're not successful when nobody is looking, you won't last long being successful when everybody is looking. The grind says, I'm going to be the same way whether I'm up or down, whether it's a good day or it's a bad day. I'm going to keep showing up every single time and putting the work in. Before anybody knew who I was in the ministry, I was consistently going these places, downtown, different places, telling people about the word in action. I didn't need no alarm clock to get up. I was on the grind because my brain would automatically tell me to wake up, let's get started. I knew that if I wanted to make this dream happen, I had to work like I never worked before. I know we live in a time where people want expensive things easy. They want to be successful easy. Isn't it amazing that even in this life we live in, that a lot of people seemingly have thought they've gotten it that way, but haven't you found out they can't take certain things? If somebody says something bad of them, they just go fall apart, go to pieces, and just don't know what to do. But, you know, I've understood when you are on the grind, you learn real quick. Only person you competing with is yourself. And I have no problem with anybody say, as long as I know that I am competing against myself. Because I want to be the best version of myself. And when I'm the best version of myself, myself is satisfied. I learned early in life that trying to satisfy other people are going to make you a different version of yourself. But when you're the best version of yourself, then that's when you can enjoy. So let me get this in before my time is up here on Action Coaching. Let's talk about a point concerning grinding. Here's a question I ask you that are watching me on today. What is it that you do consistently to improve yourself without any reward? Just that is who you are, and you're putting the effort in to maintain your dream. It's like this. I remember one time I was arguing with our swimming instructor. We had a swimming instructor when I was in the Boys Club. Certainly thank God for the Boys Club during that time. My father worked at the Boys Club. And I had a swimming instructor named Mr. Eugene Thomas. And Mr. Eugene Thomas would tell us that there were certain swimming strokes that we had to learn before we got in the water. Now all of us as kids, frustrated, he'd tell us, all right, we're going to do this. He's going to show us how to move our arms. He's going to show us how to kick our legs. But all the time in our mind, we wanted to jump in the water. That's what we were there for. They call it swimming. So we wanted to jump in the water. You know, we didn't have no time to learn those strokes. That wasn't exciting. That wasn't interesting. That wasn't fun. It's amazing how many people don't want to do the things that are not fun so that they can do the things that are really fun. A lot of people don't want to put in the grind, put in the time to learn the little stuff that's going to be necessary for you when your time comes. The bottom line was he kept instructing us that, and we kept being hard-headed every day, talking about why in the world we got to do that. And he simply said something I'll never forget. He said, well, if you jump in the water is not going to allow you time to learn how to deal with it. In other words, he was saying, you got to know how to deal with the water before you get in the water. And if you know how to deal with the water before you get in the water, then you can achieve some great things. I'm thankful for the lessons that he taught us, the lessons I applied to my life, because you have to understand, once I learned before I got in the water how to deal with the water, swimming became so much fun. I've been in places all over the world and don't hesitate to jump in the ocean and places like that because I am equipped to deal with the water. But I got equipped when nobody was looking. Nobody was there patting me on the back and said, oh, you do good in the water. I had to learn when nobody was looking. And ultimately, not only did I learn to enjoy swimming, But then eventually I became a lifeguard. Now something that I enjoy began to pay me, all because I was willing to put in the grind. I want to encourage you that things that you envision will pay you, will make you successful. All of us have a gift. The reason most of our gifts don't manifest is because we do not want to put in the grind. We don't want to put in the work and do the little things when nobody is looking, so that we can shine when it's time to do the big things. Isn't it amazing that out of all of the things they talk about sometimes, they'll say things like, well, eat healthy, live healthy, work on your body, be physically fit. And it's amazing when you do those things, and I know they're not exciting. None of us want to get up and work out, but that's part of the grind. If you don't want to do the grind, then you ain't going to be able to achieve the things that your body needs to do when it's time to do it. But when you put that work in, all of a sudden you can feel your body, you can go longer. You feel better. You can do more things because you put in the grind. It's a process. It's a principle that if you're not the same person when you're not seen, you're going to be a different person when you are seen. Don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Tap somebody and say, I'm made for miracles. You know why God allowed things to happen to you? He want to teach you that there are about 5 people got it. He want to teach you that there are. So whatever the devil knock you back with, God said now's the time to show him that he can't keep me there. Y'all ain't talking. Now is the time to let the devil know greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Welcome back. Certainly, I trust that the little tips I gave you on the process of the grind on today bless you. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you're grinding at, what you're believing for, what you're putting the work in for, because it's going to come to pass if you keep on grinding. Yes, it's a part of it. It's consistently working hard, establishing a pattern so you can do great things. And I'm excited about it. Now, I certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. Yes, we want to do bigger and better things here on Action Coaching, and it's because of your financial support we are able to do it. So I want to encourage you to sit down and sow a seed now. Sow it right this moment, and I know God will richly bless you. There's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways that you can give unto Action Coaching. And I want to say thank you for continuing to support Action Coaching, because we're going to go higher and higher. We're putting in the grind, and it's going to get better and better. So I certainly want to encourage you to support us here at Action Coaching. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.